Welcome back. Coming up soon, football legend Mike Ditka. But first, it's not just the border states anymore. Illegal immigrants are moving into the heartland. Now, one Ohio sheriff is fighting back. He's billing the Department of Homeland Security $125,000 for the cost of jailing arrested illegal immigrants in his county. Sheriff Richard Jones joins me from Cincinnati. Also, here's Robert Strang, CEO of Investigative Management Group, a former special agent with the DEA. All right, Sheriff, what are you up against?
Hey, I'm up against a giant bureaucracy to begin with. Here, this isn't a border state. We're in Ohio, the heartland. And my jail, it's starting to clog just like a funnel. There's no more that can get in the funnel. And it's starting to cost my taxpayers in my county. It's starting to cost the system. I need help. And it's just not here. It's in the entire country. In the past, I'd say week, since this article appeared in the Washington Times, I've got over probably 1,000 emails in one day. It's just unbelievable what's happening here. And again, between 25 and 40 prisoners a day in my jail that holds 800.
Sheriff, are these illegals a source of real crime in your area?
Sure, they're a source of crime.
No, I mean real crime, dangerous activity.
Oh, dangerous crime. Sure they are. We have murderers. My top most 10 wanted list, of the top 10, half of them are murder and rape that I can't find. And there's no way to track them. What people don't realize is these people have no IDs, they have no Social Security cards, they'll give you a name, John Doe, whatever it is. You can't track them, you don't know where they're at. In the county seat, I talked to the police chief today in the city of Hamilton, the county seat, 60,000 roughly, 450 unknown warrants. What that means is these are people we can't find. We don't know where they're at. They give false names. They know we can't find them, and they just move on.
You know, Mr. Strand, I listed 4 things today that bother me about the border: drugs, human trafficking, gangs, and the terrorist threat from an unguarded border. What do you consider to be the biggest threat here that we get from this border? You hear this sheriff talking about the fact that he can't control his own town anymore. How do you see things?
Well, my fear is terrorism. That's the biggest fear, because if we look back 4.5 years ago and look at the system then and look at it now, frankly, it's not much different. You know, we're spending over $10 billion a year. We have hundreds of illegal immigrants coming into this country every day. You know, we don't have a federal system that's set up to really process them. At most, they get turned back only if they have a criminal history. And frankly, they figure another way to come back in. So it's a real problem when it comes to terrorism, identifying people, keeping tabs on individuals. Our borders are just as much open today as they were 5 years ago, and that's the scary part.
Sheriff, my understanding is under the law, if you find somebody who is an illegal alien in this country, in your city, in your little village there, you can't stop them, you can't hold them. Is that true?
That's correct. That's in the entire state of Ohio, John. What we're trying to do is we have a state legislator here in Ohio, in Butler County, that is trying to make that law changed to where here in Ohio we can actually arrest you for trespassing in the United States and hold you, and then ICE can deport you. Right now we cannot detain you or hold you for that reason alone. Right. But I'm very fortunate. We have a commissioner named Mr. Fox, Mike Fox, who's also trying to work it from the commissioner in. We've got a state rep, but right now...
Well, you're going to have to change the law in Ohio. Make it trespassing, then yes, you can take some action. Are you worried, Sheriff, about the problem of gangs? We are hearing now that there are gangs coming up from El Salvador that are not just located on the border, but also in the heartland.
We're not having a serious problem with gangs at this moment, but it's coming. Through our research and through our intelligence, we know it's coming. Again, we need help here in the heartland.
All right, let me go to Mr. Strand. We got that. Mr. Strand, your sense about this problem with the gangs. You know, what I worry about is it's one thing, you know, if they're just coming across and messing around, you know, but if they're coming in here with drugs, if they're coming in here with violent gang activity that's coming to, you know, a neighborhood right near us, this is a serious problem.
Well, it's affecting everybody. Keep in mind, we don't have a system set up for these people to get jobs. They're coming in with phony IDs, fake visas. They have put another picture on a passport. They're getting into the country illegally. They're crossing the borders. They're getting here. We don't have a system set up once they're here. So what do? These are people that really don't have a place to live. They have no family. They're trying to start a new life. the gangs look awful attractive.
Why can't we fix this, Mr. Strand? What is the problem?
I think it's politics. I mean, I think we have a lot of hardworking illegal immigrants that are part of a fabric of our society. I think it takes the politicians an awful strong willpower to move in and say we're going to deal with the interior problem, we're going to stop it at the borders. You know, the federal government just isn't taking it seriously. And until the U.S. attorney's offices and the federal system really starts to have a zero tolerance when it comes to illegal immigration, the problem's going to grow. It's going to get bigger and bigger.
All right, Ms. Strand, thank you. Sheriff, keep fighting. We'll keep our eyes on you. Thank you.